Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back to my channel today. If this is your first time, please make sure you don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you've done that before, big thumbs up. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the Superman eye effect like the one you saw in the video that just pointed out. So like the first thing you all need to do is drag over the clip down, and also the plugin or effect which you need for this video is just Saber. That's all you need for this video. So the first thing you need to do is to locate the part where your actor like sets for the Saber. So I think it should be here. So now next thing you have to do is you have to split the clip by pressing Ctrl Shift and D, which splits the clips in two. Or you can come over to edit and then click on split layer to do that, and then go over to the other layer where just go forward to where actor stop brings out the laser from his eye. Then go over to edit again and click on split layer. You can also do this by pressing Ctrl Shift D. So now I won't be needing this part, so I just have to delete this off. So and just trim this to this extreme. Right click and press trim to come to work area. Then I'll select this clip and then click on track motion. If yours is not here, just go back to Windows and then click on tracker, then this should pop up this. So now select the first layer. Let me just rename this to eye, so it will be very easy for you to select the eye layer, then select track motion, and then select rotation and scale. Make sure these three are selected, and then you have to zoom over to the eye so you can fix this tracking point to the eyes. Sorry, let's scale this up. Then to scale this, just move it to the eyes. The first one goes to the first eye, and then the other one goes to the other eye. Make sure it's at a black spot in your eyes so you can drag this well. The next thing you have to do is click on analyze forward. So let's go for that. You just have to wait till finish tracking, and then you can continue what you're doing. Okay, so now that it's done tracking, next thing you have to do is right click on new, then click on null object. Then you have to trim this over to this part. Just make sure it's same, it begins with this. Then click on the layer, the eye layer, come over here and click on edit targets. Then click here and select the null, and then click on OK. Then click on go down again. Let me just bring it up so you can see this clearly. Go down again and then click on apply. Click on apply, then click on OK. That's it. So now you can see this tracking point, which means everything I did, like you can see the red box following my eye. All my eye movements were tracked in the box, so everything the movement my eye makes, it follows it. Okay, step 2 is that we need to create the stuff around this eye, like the red stuff you see around this eye. So come over here again, right click on new, and then click on solid. This time we have to change the name to like I'm just the Superman eye, so I just put like Superman eyes. And okay, this should be white. I think white is good enough. And then also trim this here. A short way of trimming this is by pressing Alt and open bracket. You can see it's just trimmed straight. So now turn off the layer here, and now select the Superman eye layer, and then select the pen tool. Zoom over to your actor's eye, and then draw a shape around his eyes. Sorry for that noise. Now move over to the other eye. If you turn back on the layer, you can see that the eyes are white. You can see it, that is white. So now you need to parent this to the null. And once that is done, if you play this up, let me set this to low resolution. If you play this now, you can notice that the white stuff moves with the eye. Everything moves in accordance with the white stuff because we already tracked this and parented that to the null. So now we need to add the lightning to the eyes, like lightning switch you see the Superman eye flash. So let's do this now. So go over to effects and then type on saber, and then make sure the Superman eye layer is selected and double click on saber. Okay, you notice that this line is here, so come over to customize core and then click saber, change it to layer max. Now that's printed to the eye. Move down and then render settings, changes to transparent. Now you can see that my eyes are blue, but Superman eyes are normally red, so we should change this to red. Click on this blue color and then select red. And then, okay, I think this red here. Okay, anyone which is good for you, just select the red and then click OK. So we now have a red eye here. You can see it follows my eye movement, everything just set. But that's not the main thing. We also need the laser to pump out from his eyes. So okay, the next thing you have to do is right click again, go over to new and solid. Just leave it like click on OK and trim this also to be in accordance with the other. Alt and open bracket. Then turn off the eye layer, turn on the layer here, the first one, and then select the pen tool, draw a line from here till outside the screen. Go back, click at the beginning, and then draw another line again on the second eye and outside the screen. Okay, so that's it. Sorry. If you make any mistake, you can press Ctrl Z to undo that. So now you also have to select saber again. It's already here. Double click on it, so it's now on the layer. Select the color. Make sure it's green, red. Sorry, red. And you have to repeat the same process which you did for the first one. Select layer max and then go over to settings and select from black to transparent. Okay, so now if you turn back the layer, you can see that it already has the Superman eye blast stuff, like it has a laser effect. So now the next thing we have to do is parent this long lines to the null. So now everything is not parented. So if this thing comes up, like you can see this, move with the eye, everything is just set. But you notice that the eyes, yeah, it kind of move up. Okay, you can see this space here which we don't want. So in order to fix this, we have to increase the size of the line layer. So click on the first layer, which is the one for this long saber line. Let me take it from so you can see the space. So now press S on the keyboard and then increase the scale. I increase it, should be big enough, like so you can see the end. So once you increase that, you need to adjust the eye movement, the raise. So now I think this should be enough. So you can see it, everything is set now. But another thing we'll notice again is that it's just too much, and it's not that like it's too thick and it's too much. So we have to reduce the brightness a little bit. So take down this intensity to about 38 is good, and then go over to the Superman eye, also take this down to like 38. Go over to glow intensity, take it like down to 38 or 36, something like that is good enough. And also the glow spread, reduce that too. Go over to the first layer also and reduce the glow spread too, and this should make it look a little bit good. I think this is better than before, a little bit better than before. Well, this is just for tutorial's sake. I'm not doing it perfect, so here we go. So once that is done, the next thing you have to do is add some optical flare, like shining lights. So in order to do that, right click, go over to new, and then click on solid again. This time also don't forget to trim this alt and open bracket to trim it. So now this time come over to the effect and then type optical flare. I'll also be leaving a link the description of this video on how to install optical flare. You can see it's dark, so just go over to render, and then click on transparent. Move this over to the eyes. You might want to duplicate this a little by pressing Ctrl D. So once that is done, you have to change this to red, not that red, a little bit red, not that red, just like this red. Click OK, and then here you go. So now we have something like this, but since it's not parented to the null object, it's just there, so we have to also parent this to the null object. So select it and then parent this to the null object, and as you can see that now it moves with the eye. So now we need to like arrange everything. Like it does not just come out like this, like Superman eye. It pops out like boom, like it comes out slowly and then straight out. So you have to go first to the first layer, which is the Superman eye. This is the first layer, which is, if I turn off all the layers, this first one, the eye here, we have to fix this first. Click on T, the opacity, and keyframe this, and then reduce this down to 0. Make sure it's at the beginning of the layer, okay? Reduce it down to 0, then move a few frames forward, and then increase that to 100. Then go over to the end of the clip, click on this at this end parts to give another keyframe, make sure it's still 100, and then at the end reduce this down to 0. Once that is done, you can notice something like this. Then now move over to the other layer, which is the laser in the eye. Click on that. Then go over to your saber setting. Then go over to end offset, and then reduce this down to 0. You can see it. So now once you reduce down to 0, click on the stopwatch here, and then move this forward to where your eye starts running red, and then increase this to about 100. Then take this forward again to the other part, make it another keyframe of decreasing opacity. Still leave it there. Reduce this to about 91, and then towards the part where, at the end of the clip, where your eyes turn white, reduce this back to 0. So if you play this now, So if you play this now, you have something like this. You can see it goes up like move forward, and then it ends like this. But it's not that impressive though. I'm just doing it for a clip. You can also increase the speed at which this goes up by pressing U on the keyboard on the layer for that stuff. Like the end of, you can see the keyframe here, but any keyframe you want to see on any layer, just press U. See that? So since it's too slow, you just make it a little bit fast. Like reduce the keyframe backwards, and this should be fast. So like comes out like this and then goes back like that's it. So okay, now the next thing we have to do, which is the last stuff, two stuff still remain to do. On the optical flare, click on T also to bring out the opacity of this. At the beginning of the clip, make sure it's about 0. This down to 0, and then click on stopwatch of the opacity. Click on stopwatch of the opacity, reduce it down to 0, and then go a few frames forward, and then increase it up to 100. And after that, take it down back to 0. No, okay. You still need to go a little bit forward because your eyes are still kind of visible. Take it down back to about 40, or you can take it down to 0, but I think 30 will be good enough. So if you play that, you can get something like this. Here you go. And when it's about to end, you can just take it down to like to 24 or 22, and then at the end reduce this down to 0. So now all opacity levels have been keyframed. The last thing we have to do is make some blurry like fire effects, like flame turbulence. So I think it's a little bit filled up, so let me just do it from the top. Click on layer. It's the same thing as also doing it from here, but I'm just going to do it from here because everywhere is filled up here. So click on layer, new, and then you can see all the same options are still there. Click on adjustment layer, and also trim this. Don't forget to trim this is Alt plus open bracket, the bracket close to the P button, and then this time type hit the sword. This time type on hit the sword. Sorry about that. Okay, you can see that my face just kind of changed, like something went wrong. So you just have to move over to the part where, like, okay, you can see it. So since we just want that to happen only to the laser effect, select the pen tool and make sure you select the first layer for the adjustment layer, the first one, and then draw marks around your eye a little bit, straight to the end. You can adjust this to the top a little bit too. So now, also we also have to do some opacity work on this. Press T on the keyboard and reduce this down to 0, and then keyframe this and go forward to where the eye stuff came out, and then increase this up to 100, and then move over to where it's about to end, almost about to end. Take this down to about 90, 92 is enough. and then release this down at the end. Don't let it end though. So when it's about to end, take it to when it's about to end, and then reduce it down to, okay, I think here should be enough. Reduce this down to 0. Okay, like for 20 will be good enough, and then at the end just end it up. Oh, sorry about that, sorry. Just end this up. So at the end you get something like this. It's kind of slow though. So okay guys, that's how you can make the Superman eye blast effect. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you like the video. If it's helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, and make sure you forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I will post more tutorials soon enough. Peace out.